Okay, Coach, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the New Orleans Saints. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Down. 10-2 stop. Protein spill.
First carry for Royce Freeman. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Freeman. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves them with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Hey, Charlie.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
80 weapons.
Let's go. Let's go.
Looking to throw. Clifford. Steps away to his left. Gets it off to Freeman. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now they'll run it on the toss. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Brixton, travel.
Here we go.
Yes, yes. Hey, Alpha. Let's go. Get set.
On 2nd down, it's Freeman. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On the ready.
53's mine. Check. 53's mine.
Blue draw quarters.
Strip that ball.
Look at me. Door. Hey, orbit. Get it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Clifford. Open man is Michael Thomas. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. Shifts by him at the 25. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Watch your slap.
General West.
Watch your slap. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
5.
Check. 53 is mine. Check. 53 is mine. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check 3. Check 3.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Check. Lucky.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tanner Vallejo with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Danny. Let's go.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 17 there and a New Orleans first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good to find the holes, and he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Break. 53. Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, Sam off. Undercrush. They go.
Now a handoff looking right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Off the play fake. Clifford. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Check 99.
Shoot.
That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Back to throw. Clifford. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
2nd and 14. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Come get some. Go.
2nd and 5. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Come
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing on first down is Murray. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll hand it off to Bush. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Give him 7 yards on the carry, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Bush on 3rd down. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on 4th down. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? But wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1-minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. To try again after the sack, Murray.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, Murray. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. Open man completes it to Butler. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Murray.
Check it back, check it back.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Mo Alley-Cox as tight end, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Throwing again, Murray toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for David Njoku. It's 3rd down and goal at the 9-yard line.
The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal.
Check safety, check safety.
Murray now, 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Hakeem Butler. Incomplete.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Bullock will put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. Andy Isabella was the intended target. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. A fumble recovery. Touchdown for Arizona. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
A 3rd quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe 1st or 2nd, you don't? I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points.
Yeah.
But I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
Ooh, with a juke. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a 1-score game.
A big run there, 29 yards and a first. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Freeman. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, exit.
53
is the mark. We got to get the ball, D.
Go.
Looking to throw. Clifford. He's going to air this thing out deep, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas, his second touchdown of the afternoon, and the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for 2.
6-man.
No.
Let's go.
Defense.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Murray now on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So they obviously decline that, and it is a touchdown.
They still have the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 4 yards the pickup, first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
They'll run it with Bush. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long, he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes complete.
No, bottled up fumble. It's out, it's loose. And they are going to get this one back, it looks like. So nearly like-for-like fumbles, but they hang on to this thing and keep it a turnover. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score, a fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
They go for just one here as it's up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Able to slither by. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're right back out there after watching the fumble go the other way. Still in control of this game, but that needs to serve as a wake-up call because they're not in the clear yet.
No, the message should be clear that fortunes can change pretty quickly when you turn the ball over. You've got to take care of it, otherwise that lead could slip away quickly.
Meanwhile, here, a run on first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
70, Indy.
53, Mike 53. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
Hey.
Mike 53. 53, Mike. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Hey, here we go.
Hey, high 7. Ready?
Looking to throw on second down. Clifford, and this is incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas, and it's third down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Here I come. Check. 53 is Mike. Check. 53 is Mike. It's just me and you.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike 53.
From the gun, Clifford. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 29-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
Hey, Delta.
53 is the mic.
Leo.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. He's coming. We got double up. Check.
5.
Operating from the gun. Clifford. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. After the turnover, here's Murray. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Murray now to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Freeman again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
53, 53, check 53. Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day.
Hey, Wahoo!
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
Check.
Go.
Check 53.
Hey, Echo.
What's the run? What's the run?
Check it, go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Clifford. Thomas has got it, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He has a 1st down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Keep dribbling.
And a give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Saints on 3rd down, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Yep.
Move. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Come.
Hey, Charlie.
Check. 53 is mic. Check. 53 is mic. I'm coming.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game.
Hey, Alpha,
Mike, 53. 53, Mike.
We own them. We own them.
53's the Mike. 53, check 53.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy.
Hey, orbit.
Don't be scared of it.
Check.
Snap.
From the gun, Clifford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Solomon Thomas in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will do the job nicely, as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll go again with Bush. He'll have a 1st down and more past the 20. It's a foot race. The 40. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. 57 yards. Well, they were backed up deep in their own territory. Not anymore.
This works really well when you play a defense that's an attack type of defense that comes after you, wants the football. Sometimes you use their aggressiveness against them.
Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Murray. Got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella. A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
To throw is Murray. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 12 yards the pickup. Good enough for an Arizona 1st. So look at this. They'll go for a field goal now to get within a score. Bullock's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Ready?
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
At the 24-yard line.
So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
Ready?
That one looks like he'll throw here. It got his man complete. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
This quarterback now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Freeman. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11.
Squeeze.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Get it.
2nd and 11. Looking long for Thomas. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Topper! Smash!
He can run for it, and he will. He'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for New Orleans, the win is their 5th of the year as they move to 5-8. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. select the team you want to join. Start your season with recommended settings. If you wish to change roles or adjust options, use the tiles on the left.